believe in miracles. Where you from? You sexy thing, you. I believe in miracles. Since you came along.
And now we turn next to the incredible story of the runaway, the young man whose odyssey seems too impossible to be true.
Perhaps Monday's biggest story also garnered plenty of skepticism. A teenage boy's survival on a cross-Pacific flight in the wheel well of a plane brought on plenty of descriptors like incredible, miraculous, and unbelievable.
Despite a lack of oxygen at 38,000 feet and temperatures far below zero.
But it's near impossible. It's almost miraculous. And maybe, as we were hearing, maybe there's more to the story.
There's got to be more to this story.
It just, something's up here. It seems too impossible for me because there's not really any room in a wheel well for a human being to be without being crushed. At that height, there's really not air to breathe, so you're dead. And it's so cold, you're dead. So I don't see, there's something's odd about this.
God damn! So that's what happened to pinball!
Now let's say you're having that exact same conversation with someone deceptive. That person may be withdrawn, look down, lower their voice, pause, be kind of herky-jerky.
Juvenile was on board the aircraft, I guess confirmed from San Jose to Kahului. And upon the arrival, one of our workers out on the apron did see that Juvenile come out of the wheel well and walk towards the front of the aircraft.
Is it tumble out, walk out, like what's his condition?
He was weak. He hung from the wheel well, and then he fell to the ground and regained some strength and stood up and started walking to the front of the aircraft.
And is there video that we could access of this?
There is some video that we did watch, but right now it's a little bit not that clear. We're still working on seeing if we can clear that video up.
Did it show him coming out of the wheel, or what does it show?
It's showing him fall to the apron.
And where is he at now?
He is at Child Protective Services here in Maui.
He's in their custody, but is he at the hospital being treated? Or
he was at the hospital being treated yesterday, and he since then regained some strength and was turned over to Child Protective.
Did you see him at all, or was it all before you got here?
I did see him yesterday, yes.
Yeah. Did he say what happened? Why did he do it?
Yeah, he indicated that there was some problems at home with his family, and he left the home and headed out to the airport and obviously jumped the fence there in San Jose.
What kind of possessions did he have on him?
He had a comb, a pocket comb, and that was all he had on him when he got here off the airplane.
Is there a lot of space in the wheel well of a plane like that?
You know, I'm a retired airline guy, and I'm familiar with the wheel well. There is some space, but, you know, he was very fortunate in that when the wheel went up into position, it didn't crush him.
Would you expect him to be in worse condition than he's in?
Yeah, I mean, it's a miracle. I mean, you know, to survive, you know.
How could someone get inside that cramped wheel well? On a jumbo jet, ABC's Ryan Owens went to the airplane graveyard in the Mojave Desert and shows and tells us how it could be possible.
Walking under the belly of a 767, you really, first of all, get an idea how massive this plane is, and second, how difficult something like this would be to pull off. Why? Well, just take a look at the wheels. The mechanics here tell us each one of these things weighs several hundred pounds. There are 4 of them here. The landing gear, all of this together, several thousand pounds, a couple of tons. So yes, it's possible to climb up something like this, but then what? How do you survive when this retracts into the belly of the plane? We're told this young man at the airport in San Jose climbed the gear with no protection. Remember, he didn't have on gloves, anything like that. Look at my hands after I've just been climbing on this old 767 for a little while. And then at the airport in Hawaii, the witnesses say he didn't have any grease or any dirt on him. Seems almost impossible. While it's certainly possible to climb these gears, the question is, once you get up here, where would you put a body, even a small teenage body? Let me explain something to you. This white door right here, this drops after takeoff so that these huge wheels can retract into the belly of the plane. There is no room inside there for much of anything other than these wheels. Wow.
Bye, pinball!
Oh, boy. You see that? See? Every time I get a wax, I get 10 feet from the car wash and then pow, bird shit.
Well, it's supposed to be good luck. Lights changed.
Oh, damn.